Not many people remember the name Jack Aldridge anymore. A great high school basketball coach who won a lot of games, took teams to the state tournament, but not many people remember anymore. And even worse, Jack Aldridge doesn't remember either. Here's Ted Madden.
Some people say that they didn't like Bobby Knight, but he's great.
Jack Aldridge spent more than half his life coaching high school basketball. Greg Gober was one of his players in the early 80s when Waxahachie went to the state tournament 4 years in a row.
How many years do you think you coached?
It was, I really don't know.
These days, Aldridge lives in Abilene in an assisted living home, alone, suffering from Alzheimer's disease.
One day you're playing, and then the next day you're coaching.
If not for his former player and later his fellow coach, Aldridge would be all but forgotten.
He was married for 30-some years without children, and so I think he looked at his players a lot of times as his children. And then when that ends, you know, it ends and there's nothing there.
Hey, how you doing? See you.
Twice during the basketball season, Gober drove back and forth to Abilene to pick up his old coach and bring him to watch his son play for Colleyville Heritage.
You know, on that 3-hour trip, it's very tough because a lot of things come out. He has to ask questions and you've got to try to give answers. And you know, the biggest question I think that comes out of that I found is the question of why.
That's a question that researchers have not been able to answer.
Dr. Mary Quiseno is a neurologist at the Alzheimer's Disease Center at UT Southwestern.
Initially, it starts to affect your instrumental activities of daily living or higher order thinking, like if you were to do your bills for the month or do your taxes. That sort of thing becomes very difficult, but as the disease progresses, you start to have difficulty with daily activities.
Aldridge spent 34 years coaching in Texas, won 728 games, and went to the state tournament 4 times. Most retired coaches have their memories. Aldridge doesn't even have those.
We were at the championship.
You remember at Cameron Indoor Arena when
Yes.
we went to Duke's game?
Yes.
Something he told me, you know, most recent visit we've had together, he just explained to me how much he misses coaching. And really what he misses is being with those people, being a part of something. It's hard when you lose that.
What you think, Jack?
Gober thinks the stress that comes with the profession makes coaches more likely to get Alzheimer's, but that hasn't been proven. Doctors and researchers continue to study the disease while searching for a cure. Researchers
are making great strides in the area of research for Alzheimer's disease. Over the last 30 years, we have learned so much about Alzheimer's disease, and we're coming, you know, very close to answering that question, why people get Alzheimer's disease.
The hardest thing I've had to explain to him is, yes, you have this disease, and coach, it will not get better.
Coach Aldridge's story won't have a happy ending, but the fact that it's being told raises awareness, and maybe that will help lead to a cure sooner rather than later.
You know, as kids, if you treat them right, they're going to play for you.
Ted Madden, Channel 8 Sports in Colleyville.